it sounds like what you're recognizing, thank God, is that within the Muslim community, even in this country, let alone elsewhere, folks are finding an environment in which, on the one hand, it's very easy to be radicalized, if you will, to be brought to an adherence to Sharia, which leads to jihad, but also that there's an enormous pressure on those within the community, presumably, I would imagine you agree, from the Muslim Brotherhood, which is much in place in this country, not to come forward, not to help us defeat what really is our common foe, namely the folks who would impose Sharia on all of us.
Yeah, and Frank, this is very unusual for our country because despite a person's ethnic background or religious background, when a war begins, we're all Americans. But in this case, that is not the situation. And whether it is pressure, whether it's cultural tradition or whatever, the fact is the Muslim community does not cooperate anywhere near to the extent that it should. And the irony here is we're really living in two different worlds. One is the real world that I find when I'm talking with police officers, talking to federal law enforcement authorities, and when I raise the question of Muslim cooperation, they look at me like, no, of course not. No, there's no cooperation. No, we don't anticipate that. We almost never expect cooperation. They try, but hardly ever get it.